How's it going, everybody? My name is Circuit, and this is my first video on this channel. Welcome. Um, welcome to my first ever video where I just sit here and pretty much blabber for about 10 to 20 minutes about life stuff. And, well, let's be honest, I've always wanted to do this thing for a very long time, and definitely didn't expect myself to do it at 2:44 a.m. I probably should be sleeping, and I know a lot of people are going to be screaming at me after this video, but it's alright. So, for you guys that don't know, this channel is basically just about me talking about a little bit more serious topics or just life stuff in general. And if you guys want to, I can also answer questions. I feel like I've started getting to a size where I can't really answer everybody's questions, so this is probably the best way to do it. I'll put up a little bit of a text to show you guys like an email. Just send it at this email and whatever questions you want. It'll be anonymous. I won't, I won't leak your names or anything. Don't worry. But yeah. So today I wanted to talk about something interesting. It's actually something that I've wanted to talk about for a very long time. Thank you, Car. Didn't want you to fucking get in my recording, but here we are. It's actually about the topic of working hard. And wow, these cars are loud. Uh, this is actually something that I've struggled for a very long time in my life, and obviously, it's something that a lot of people have been struggling. It's how do I work hard? Like, am I working hard enough? I'm not always doing enough, or how do I even, like X, Y, and Z? I'm useless. Like, there's so many people that I've talked to, like this internal dialogue that I've noticed when a lot of people that want to do something in their lives, they really don't know how to go about it, or they don't know how to measure how much, how to basically measure their own energy levels, how much they've been doing, and how much they haven't been doing. So I want you guys to bear with me for a moment because I'm going to be talking about something of an interesting concept. It's something I actually learned from the gym. If you guys don't know, I'm actually a big gym goer, and it's actually something called RPE. Now, if you don't know, RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion. And what it means is that it's a measurement from a scale of 1 to 10 on how hard you did a set. So let's say you did like a bicep curl. And this bicep curl is, you're just doing it. And you kind of felt like you kind of did it. You did it, you stop, and at the end of the set, you're supposed to tell yourself how hard did you push from a scale of 1 to 10. And it's subjective. So you tell yourself, okay, well, I think it was like a 5. Or if you push so hard, your arms they just can't do it anymore. Like your arms become noodles, the weight is just not going up. That's probably a 10. Well, when I learned this concept and the more I applied it to my, my gym journey and life in general, I started to apply to actually everything. I was really fascinated by this interesting thing. I just got a Discord message, sorry. I was fascinated by this interesting concept where how do you even like measure something from a 1 to 10? Like, how do you even know? So I started applying it to my everyday life, and I started to really think about how hard can I really push myself, and then basically ask myself how hard did you push that day from a scale of 1 to 10? And that's pretty much the big tip. It's a big, I know it's a very simple. That's it. Video's over. Ready to get out of here. But let's talk about it a little bit more because I really want to drill this into a lot of people that are listening, which again, I appreciate you guys for listening in. It's a funny thing when you take a look around in your life and you ask yourself, okay, how much does X, Y, and Z put an effort into my life? Like, how much does something take out of my life? Like, let's say sitting down and writing something, or sitting down and making a video, doing my homework, cleaning my laundry, getting an argument with my parents, getting an argument with my best friend, being a father, being a mother. You start to sit there and take that concept and literally apply it to everything. And then at the end of the day, ask yourself, how hard did you push? and be honest with yourself. Now, now here's the tricky and funny thing about it is that the more you do it, the more you realize how subjective life can be in terms of effort levels. It's really funny because when I started doing it, I started to really learn about a lot of things in my life, like the things around me and what stressed me out, what didn't stress me out, how much energy was I putting into something, how much energy I wasn't putting into something. And then at the same time, I started saying to myself, how much energy do I want to put into something? That's the biggest one, is how much energy do you want to put into something? A lot of people that I know have been, that I talk to, like the fans and my friends, my family even, they talk about how, oh man, my mom, my dad stressed me out. They talked about how they had to go and fix something for their family member because they didn't want to do it themselves. And I know like that's, sometimes you don't have a choice. I totally get it. But seriously ask yourself, how much does something take out of my day? And then compound everything, put everything into one basket, and then say, okay, how tired am I? And how much energy did I put into everything? So the more you think about it, you're also going to learn two more things above that. It's one, some things are going to take more energy out of you versus others. That's just simply how it is. There are some things that are going to take more energy, there are some things that are going to take less energy. For example, sometimes for artists, they love drawing. They can draw for 10 hours straight, and that doesn't take anything out of them. For me, content creating doesn't take anything out of me. But then doing something like a job you don't like, or something else that you don't like, or blah, 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 that's going to take a lot of energy out of you. And then do you want to, do you really want to do that? Do you really not want to do that? I'm kind of blabbering right now, but it's a really, really interesting concept that I think I enjoy applying to my everyday life because it actually got me through a lot of hard times and it got me understanding of the people around me and kind of how I wanted to move forward with my life. I realized a lot of people in my life, like my family, like some family members, people that I consider friends, and some things that I thought I had responsibilities for, turns out were taking too much of my time and energy. And then the worst part is that I compared myself to people. And that there's a funny quote that I actually saw on TikTok of all places is stop comparing yourself to people that have a support system. That's funny, right? Like it's when you think about it, it's pretty funny because when you take that like that for me when I took that RPE system, I thought about it. I'm like, okay, I want to be a content creator or I want to be this, I want to be that. And then you ask yourself how many people are taking the energy out of your day and getting in the way of what you want to do. So it's funny, isn't it? Like you just sit there and you're like, oh fuck, like, well now what? Now what do I do? Fuck, this sucks. Like this sucks balls. You're gonna start to realize there are some things that are going to fuck with your progress. And then on the flip side, I also want to talk about this. It's the people that are too hard on themselves, even when they think that they haven't achieved anything at all. This one is the weird one because there are some people that are really depressed. Let's be honest, depression is a thing. Like it's obvious, crippling depression. We saw the memes, we know the thing, but it's a very real thing. Sometimes you're gonna get so tired that you don't even want to get out of your chair or your bed, and that's okay. See, that's the wonderful part is that that's actually okay if you think about it, because the system of RPE thinks about is basically just taking into account one thing, and it's how much did you exert yourself in one day. Now, let's say all you did was go and take a shower, and that's it. For 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, whatever it is that you had in your day, all you did was get out of your bed, you went, you took a shower, and you went back to bed. Seriously ask yourself, how much effort did you put in doing that? Now, for a lot of people, it might be a 1. Not even a 1, like a 0.5, like, that took nothing. I just went to take a shower. It's okay. But for some people, that might be a 9. That's okay. See, just like the gym, it doesn't matter how much weights you lift or how much reps you do. It matters how much effort you put in. So to people that are in a dark spot in life, ask yourself, how much effort did you put in? And if that effort is truly a lot, then pat yourself on the back. You're okay. You're good. You're good. You did enough. You should be proud. Oh, but Circuit, all I did was just go take a shower or take a shit or fucking masturbated. Dude, at least be happy that you woke up today. You got yourself another day. And then the more you look at yourself in a happy note like that, yeah, I put enough effort to take a shower, then you're going to push yourself naturally. From a shower to maybe making breakfast. From making breakfast to maybe making your bed. From making your bed to taking a walk, to go to the gym, to do the stuff that you want to do in life, and then it just keeps going. It's a slow process. It's going to take years, but you got to do it. But that's the thing. Do not compare. Because your rate of perceived exertion is not the same as somebody else's rate of perceived exertion. You're going to go to the gym, and there's going to be some dude that's like just whipping fucking like 20-pound like dumbbell curls, not giving a fuck about anything in the world, like zero shit's given, probably got steroids up the wazoo in the gym for 10 fucking years, and there's your baby ass there for like a whole week. You're not going to be curling 110 pounds or whatever the hell that guy was doing. So don't compare. Be okay. Do not look at how much weight you lift, just like how much effort you put in. Not effort, how many things you got in your day. How much effort did you put in? And was it a lot? That's all that matters. Over time in my life, I realized that there were people that took a lot of effort. There was a lot of things in my life that took a lot of effort that I didn't want to put effort into. There's a job or career that I didn't want to do. There is people that I didn't want to appease to. There are things that I just didn't want to have responsibility for because it wasn't really my responsibility. And if it is, then adjust. Figure it out. Adjust around it. Like school, jobs, stuff like that. Adjust around it. But again, just ask yourself, how hard did you work that day? Was I enough today? And if you even landed, it doesn't have to be a 10, by the way. If you do 10, you burned yourself out. Stick to a 9. 9 is your ideal sweet spot every day. And if it's a 9, then you did good. You did good. And no matter what anybody tells you that you did or didn't do enough, nobody can take away from what you feel. Because how you felt was enough. Because you are enough. So remember that. Anyways, this is my first video of this channel. I don't know how to do this. I'm like blabbering. I hope this is enough. But thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful day or a wonderful night, because I'm going to upload this at like 4 a.m. I apologize. But thank you. And if you guys want to ask any more questions, I'll leave a little bit of an email, and I'll put it in the description as well on emails that you want to send me. I'll read it out. I'll make, like, if it's like if it's something that I can talk about, I'll make a video about it. I'll try to do these every week. And again, thank you. Take care, and remember, you're enough. See you later.